Hey folks, we're going to get into tree identification a little bit here, and that's something I think is a little bit hard to teach. It's something you just pick up from being in the woods, but there may be some of you out there who are interested in knowing how to identify a maple tree. Maybe you are considering tapping a couple of trees in your backyard, or even getting a little deeper into it and maybe picking up 1 or 200 taps. So the first step is to figure out if you have maple trees. So there's a few different types of maple trees, and frankly, you can tap and boil sap from any maple tree. We often head for the sugar maples because they are higher in sugar, usually 1 to 2%. Even as I've seen as high as about 4 or 5%, and I've heard of as high as 6%, but your average is going to be about that 1 or 2% mark. Some bad years we've had as low as 0.9% for an average, but we like to see that 1.5, even 2% average. So right here we got a sugar maple, lots of lichen on the bark around here. The branch structure is a lot finer on these sugar maples versus we got a soft maple. We got a big soft maple right there. That one right there is a soft maple, and the branches on that are a lot bigger. They're not as fine. Let's walk over to it here. So what you'll see in a soft maple, and this is a big soft maple, you'll have almost bigger plates of bark. They'll be a little bit wider. Again, good for tapping. Your sugar's just going to be 0.5 to 1%, sometimes higher, sometimes lower. But you can see up above me here, that structure is, that branch structure is a lot bigger. Yeah, so you'll notice the bark on these soft maples hugs tighter to the trunk in general. And branch structure is something that I pay a lot of attention to. Right here we're focusing in on some sugar maples. You'll see those branches seem to be finer compared to those at the very top of the screen coming from that soft maple. Right here we're coming up on a small soft maple, and you'll notice the bark is quite smooth to the touch. The branch structure again is coarser, you could say. Down in the lower left we've got sugar maples. Here's a small sugar maple. Take particular note of this white spot about halfway up. You'll see those frequently on smaller sugar maples. This is a medium sugar maple. The bark does not hug the trunk quite as tightly as on a soft maple, and this branch structure is pretty fine. This is a considerably large sugar maple. I like these trees a lot. They're pretty gnarly. So thanks folks for watching. Hopefully there was some helpful information in there. And just one last interesting thing, as I'm out in the woods, you know, I like to see neat things in nature. So we ran our line to this tree, but that hole goes the whole way through there on this poor old maple, but she's standing strong. So probably if I was a little critter, I'd like to run right through there. There, you folks just went through there. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, drop a like, drop a comment. Got questions, maybe I can clarify something for you. So just stay in touch, be interactive, and we'll see you next time.